Hey folks, welcome back to another First Impressions video with yours truly, Sam Healey. This is just a video series where I'm taking and telling you about my first experience with the game and telling you what my initial thoughts are. And then later on when I post my review, this is just kind of part of the process, but later on when I post my review, you can see the difference between how it was from the first impression compared to the end game result, basically. So Finger Guns here is a game that we played at the very tail end of Testing Tuesday, and it really carries the vibe of a party game. So in that vein, the more the merrier, I think, is where it's going to be. Kind of think of it, at least my first impression is, kind of think of it as a more chaotic Cash and Guns second edition or something to that effect. Although you're not getting cash or anything like that, or you're just trying to survive. You start with 20 hit points. So it's almost like a chaotic smash up between Bang the Dice game and Cash and Guns 2.0. That's really what it feels like. I want to play it with more people because with 3, it was a little iffy, so to speak, as far as because you only really had 2 options. If you have more possible targets, then it's going to be a little bit more fun, possibly. I don't know, but I want to get it to the table, see how more players changes the dynamic of the game. But as it stands right now, it's interesting, but I want to play it more so that I can get a more solid grasp. I don't think I'm going to love it, but I think I might enjoy it more with more people. We'll see. So that's Finger Guns at High Noon by Indie Boards and Cards. And the second game today is this one right here, Joust. This is put out by IDW Games. And this one is based, of course, off of the classic, I guess you could say, video or arcade game of the same name, where you have these ostriches that you are flying around this underground cavern or something to that effect, and you're jousting these other enemies, and of course you're jousting the other players at the table as well, and you're just trying to score the most points. When you get to 25 points, you're the winner. And you get points for picking up eggs or jousting enemies or jousting other knights and picking up hatchlings and all this other kind of stuff as well. It kind of follows pretty closely to how I remember the board game being, but my first impression of it is simply that I need to read the rules a little bit more and try to find some of those things that I might be missing, if I'm missing them, because this felt really tedious and really not really monotonous, but just tedious, I think is the right word. And because there's just a whole lot of accounting and moving things along their paths and stuff like that. Then there's a couple of dice rolls where you have to just do more accounting and bookkeeping. And then you get to make a couple of decisions at the very beginning of the turn, but it has 11 phases that you have to go through. Now, some of them are really simple and some of them don't exist sometimes, but still, that's a lot of phases to go through. But my first impression is simply that it's just too much tedium for not enough game. And so that's that for these 2 games, Joust and Finger Guns at High Noon. I always just like to say that these are just my first impressions. These are not final verdicts at all. I just want to get my first impression out there so that you can see kind of the process that's behind reviewing these games. More plays are absolutely necessary for both of these. So thanks for joining me. I certainly appreciate it. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.